Fans, welcome back to Chaos Corner. That's right, we're going live to tape early in the morning here from the executive boardroom at Chaos Corner. It's the GOC, and I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is. We're going to do a retro review here with your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, because I tell it like it is. And I'll say that to say this. We're going back to October 28th, 1991 for the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. We're going old school. October 28th just happens to be Chaos birthday. In the booth, Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Lord Alfred Hayes from Madison Square Garden. The main event is Ric Flair and Rowdy Roddy Piper. The Road Warriors take on the Natural Disasters. Again, October 28th, 1991, here live to tape for the retro review. If you didn't tune in last night for the live to tape AEW Dynamite, I don't know what the heck you were doing. You missed one hell of a show. So sit back, grab your beverage. We're going to go through some of the bouts. We're not going to watch all of them. We'll be here for 2.5 hours. I have my coffee. It's early. In the ring right now here in 1991 is the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich, getting ready to take on Bully Busick. Big Bully Busick, not to be confused with a.k.a. Oni Lorcan, who's Biff Busick right now here in 2022. And let me just say, kiss me, I am Irish. All the people out there in the Blarney Stone. Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's today because today is St. Patrick's Day 2022. And no, I'm not Irish, but aren't we all Irish for one day? Because I celebrate and recognize everybody. And that's the problem in this country, because if you don't do that, you ain't shit. So thanks for tuning in. We're going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, as I always do here on Chaos Corner. One-man show, unique, unscripted, raw. This is reality TV. No bells, no whistles, no music. What you see is what you get. So thanks for being here. 1991, Worldwide Wrestling Federation retro review with your old buddy, going back to the American-made Big Daddy again. Once again, 3 and 4X. I'm probably a double X now at about 225. Back then, I was well over 300 pounds, and this is who sponsored me as a pro wrestling manager for over 3 decades. Worked with over 25 WWE Hall of Famers. Let's not mention how many different superstars. It's not about me. We're here for the retro review live to tape. We're going to put some of these up on Premiere as well. So locking up here is Big Bully Busick, the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich. Now, Von Erich at this point in 91 had already been in that horrific motorcycle accident, had lost half his right foot, I believe. It's well documented, the tragedy of the Von Erich family before Kerry even made it up to the WWE, because when they were in world-class championship wrestling and their legendary feuds with gorgeous Gino Hernandez, Gentleman Chris Adams, the Fabulous Freebirds, Gary Hart, Skandor Akbar. There were so many, Hollywood Johnny Tatum, Missy Hyatt. Look at all the different feuds that were down there. World-class championship wrestling in the 80s and into the 90s was fantastic. It was a really good product. Wait till I get on my second cup, but thanks for being here. We're enjoying this. We're having a conversation. This is like going to a pub, a bar, a restaurant, a clubhouse, somebody's house, a diner. You sit down and you have a conversation about life. With all the craziness that's going on in this world, from potential World War IIIs to conflicts around the world, to the economy, to food chain supplies, to gas prices, home heating oil, other countries, China, Taiwan, North Korea, the Middle East, Russia, Ukraine, the South America, the border crisis, COVID pandemic. I'll say that to say this. I'm not here to talk about any of that shit. Keep in faith. Look up to the sky. Always believe. We know why we're here. I don't want to get on a soapbox here in the first 5 minutes of a Chaos Corner retro review, but it's never too far from me. And make sure you guys do your research and your homework, because it's all laid out for us. It's all laid out and played out. No reason to live in fear. You live in faith, and that's what I say to my family. friends, followers. I don't push anything on anybody. Nobody pushes on me. I just give an opinion and keep it moving. It's all right in here. Brush up, read up, become familiar, get right, because the time is coming. The big man is coming. And he did this all for us, so be prepared. There's a lot of everyone wants to think this stuff is political. It's also biblical, and it's laid out for you. So that's my little history lesson for the day, too. This is what you get here at Chaos Corner. Not only professional wrestling and sports, you get wisdom. The old man brand, the over 50 demo. God, I've lived it. I've seen it. You know my career. You know my background. There isn't anything I haven't done or experienced, especially when it comes to people and living and life and danger. Listen to what I have to say. That's why I've been the guardian of chaos since the 80s. Remember that. Right now, Biff Busick has Kerry Von Erich in the middle of the apron in a test of strength, the middle of the ring. He's actually got Von Erich down on the ground, on the ring apron, jammed to capacity at Madison Square Garden, 1991. What am I at this time? I'll have to say I'm like 28 years old. Had already tried my hand at the business, getting ready. Actually made a second tour of trying to get in at that point, where I traveled with Lenny down in WCW and was fortunate enough to rehook up with the Samoan Dynasty while they were in the middle of that big feud with the Road Warriors. We were in Hampton. We were in Baltimore. We were in several different cities and arenas, traveling around, being able to hang out with Jack Victory and Ron Simmons and Butch Reed when they were Doom, and Animal and Hawk themselves, and of course the SST, being able to be in the same area with Sting and Luger, and just going out to dinner and hanging out at the different restaurants with guys like Jack Victory and Freebird Michael Hayes, and learning a lot about a lot of different things, how to conduct yourself, see what's going on backstage. Had a chance to actually pick the brain of Rick Steiner briefly before he was even in the business at that point. He happened to be backstage like I was, learning things, but he went on to be a superstar and obviously has a connection with Scott Steiner. But those were the days back then. This is 91, so this was probably 2 years before this came out, when the stories that I'm talking about, the legendary scuffle with Rikishi. But hey, it was all misunderstanding. He would have killed me. I almost threw him through a plate glass window. I'll say that to say this. Let's get back to the old school watch-along retro review. I'm going to put this up right now, so I'm glad you're here. Stick here for the next bunch of several segments. We'll go anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes to as long as 20 minutes, depending on what the match is. We got some big ones coming up here. Go to the network, 1991, October 28th, Madison Square Garden. The main event is Piper, the Road Warriors, and the Earthquakes. It's going to be a hell of a night. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back. Retro review. I'll adjust the camera. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's early in the morning. Come on, man. Cut me some slack. Come on back.